Hello and welcome everyone. You are watching Checks and Balance. My name is Saahil Murli Menghani. The BJP has been telling the people of India and its own core vote bank for the past 2.5 years that the Citizenship Amendment Act is a humanitarian law aimed at helping religiously persecuted people, especially Hindus and Sikhs, from the neighborhood, particularly Afghanistan and Pakistan. In this episode, we will look at this claim and set the record straight when it comes to CAA with 5 facts. In a terrorist assault on a place of worship of the Sikh community in Afghanistan, a Kabul Gurudwara was attacked earlier this month. 2 people were killed, including an Afghan Sikh. Following the BJP's pratha of politicizing a tragedy, its Vice President Jay Panda quickly made it about the CAA. Listen into what he said.
And this is an occasion that we must remember why India implemented the CAA law. Because minorities in many of these theocratic nations are under threat. They are under attack. Those who oppose the CAA, where are they now? Why are they not speaking up?
Now, what he said is factually incorrect, and we will soon tell you how. But before that, listen in to CAA's designer-in-chief and India's Home Minister Amit Shah, who too had dragged in CAA when another Gurudwara was attacked in Afghanistan in the year 2020.
राहुल जी, सोनिया जी, आंख खोल कर देख लो, परसों ही नानकाना साहब जैसे पवित्र स्थान पर हमला कर सिख भाइयों को आतंकित करने का काम पाकिस्तान ने करा है। ये जवाब है उन सारे लोगों को जो सीएए का विरोध कर रहे हैं। मुझे बताइए, कल को नानकाना साहब पर जिन पे हमला हुआ वो सिख भाई यहाँ आए तो कहां जाए? वो भारत में आएंगे या कहां जाएंगे?
भाषण सुन लिए, अब सच्चाई सुनो. Why are both Panda and Shah wrong? The answer lies in the actual provisions of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Fact number 1. The CAA is only applicable to those who entered India on or before December 31st, 2014, which essentially means that CAA is of no use. No use to any Hindu or Sikh currently living in Pakistan or Afghanistan and facing religious persecution or terror threats. And to think that the Home Minister does not know this would be naive. Take a look at the Gazette notification of the law he himself tabled in the Parliament. Take a look at this point. It clearly mentions the cutoff date as December 31st, 2014. Fact number 2. There is a famous dialogue of Amitabh Bachchan. मैं और मेरी तन्हाई अक्सर ये बातें करते हैं. तुम होती तो ऐसा होता, तुम होती तो वैसा होता. Taking inspiration from that, the BJP keeps harping on अगर CAA ना होता तो ऐसा होता, अगर CAA ना होता तो वैसा होता. Let me tell you, अगर CAA ना होता तो कैसा होता? कुछ नहीं होता. To quote PM Modi, सब चंगा होता. Because to achieve the same objectives as stated by the CAA, there is already a law in place since 1955. Yes, 1955. That law is called Citizenship Act of 1955. Under that law, anyone seeking citizenship in India can do so, irrespective of their religion or country, under the process of what is called naturalization, whose only requirement is that the applicant should have lived continuously in India for a specified period of time. The only difference between the 1955 citizenship law and the CAA is that the original is secular and rational and the amendment is blatantly discriminatory. True, the Citizenship Act was amended a few years ago to prevent what it calls illegal immigrants from becoming Indian citizens. But a waiver could have been easily granted to anyone who had entered or enters India without valid documents or is already staying here if they face a risk of persecution upon deportation to their home country. In other words, an exception for refugees as defined in international law. Even if the government didn't want to create a humane and modern refugee law, something which India badly needs, it could have easily found an administrative fix to actually help those who need help instead of grandstanding about the CAA, a law they only passed to introduce religion as a criteria for Indian citizenship, something this country has not seen in its 70 plus years as a republic, or indeed in its 4,000 years of rich history. Time for fact number 3. As per Home Minister Amit Shah's own words in the Indian Parliament, 13,000 Hindus and Sikhs from Pakistan became Indian citizens under the Citizenship Act of 1955 during the Congress-led UPA government. And take a look at now at this document that we have taken out from India's official online module of citizenship. On putting this scattered data together, we found that in the 8 years of the Modi government, only 5,752 people from Pakistan have been granted Indian citizenship. That's it. 13,000 Hindus plus Sikhs under Manmohan in 10 years versus 5,752 of all religions under Modi in 8 years. For a party that made this an election issue in 2014 with its manifesto declaring India as a natural home of persecuted Hindus, and for a party that says Hindu khatre mein hai, under other political parties, the official numbers tell the story of Modi government's dishonesty. But who cares for official data, hard facts and truth? Hindu खतरे में तो जरूर है, पर वो खतरा झूठे दावों के चक्रव्यूह में फंसने का है. Fact number 4 is to draw your attention towards a difference between Modi government's words and Modi government's actions. Within hours of that attack on the Sikh Gurudwara in Afghanistan, the Amit Shah-led Home Ministry last week granted emergency visas to 111 Hindus and Sikhs from Afghanistan. And the entire ecosystem, including Godi media, began their thank you Modi ji dramatics for protecting Hindus and Sikhs. Let me tell you the reality. Now listen to this very carefully. All of these 111 people had applied for India's emergency e-visas in September 2021, soon after the Taliban takeover. But their applications remained pending till the attack happened. Now listen to this even more carefully. The one Sikh who lost his life in this attack, Savinder Singh, had also applied for an Indian visa, a visa that was sadly not given to him. And here's the most shocking bit. Take a look at what's running on your screens here. As per Puneet Singh Chandok, president of the Indian World Forum, who has been coordinating with the Indian government to evacuate Sikhs from Afghanistan, as recently as on May 27th, he and other Sikhs living in Afghanistan had written desperate fresh pleas to India's Home and External Affairs ministries to immediately process their e-visas. Do you know why? Because ISIS had issued threats to attack them as retaliation against the controversial statement made against the Prophet by suspended BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma. But the government didn't act despite these threats and pleas. Had the government genuinely cared for Hindus and Sikhs in Afghanistan and processed their long pending visas, Savinder Singh could have been saved. It took a dastardly terror attack for the Modi government to realize that Afghanistan में Hindus and Sikhs actually खतरे में हैं.
और ये लोग जाने जाते थे, मतलब बाहर जाने जाते थे या इधर ही खुश, मतलब वो और वीजा नहीं मिला या
नहीं जाना चाहते थे. वीजे की प्रॉब्लम थी. हमने वीजे बार अप्लाई किया इंडिया गवर्नमेंट से कि जितना जल्द से जल्द हो सकता है हमारा को वीजा दे के हम निकले, मगर हम उसने हमारी नहीं सुनी. वीजा नहीं था. तो अगर वीजा मिलता था वो सब हम चले जाते थे. हम चले जाते थे, हमारे को पता है।
Fact number 5 is the crude reality. 2.5 years after it polarized India to dangerous levels, jailed and killed so many Indians, the CAA today is in cold storage. So dear Jay Panda ji, your CAA would not have been able to help these Sikhs in Afghanistan, even if we keep the 2014 cutoff date aside for a moment. Because even after 2.5 years, your party's government has not even framed rules for the CAA to be implemented. 2.5 years, 30 months, and to be precise, over 930 days and counting. Clearly, the real aim or intent was not to help those who face religious persecution, but the real aim was politics. The real intent was to drive the point home to your own core vote bank that Muslims have been shown the place again. Because if your intent was to genuinely help these religiously persecuted Hindus and Sikhs, then these 800 Pakistani Hindus who had come to in India in order to escape religious persecution in Pakistan didn't have to return to Pakistan. As per this report, they had to return to Pakistan because they were not given Indian citizenship. And take a look at this official document that we have taken out for you. It's running on your screens now. This is the Modi government's written reply in the Rajya Sabha in the year 2021 December. We found that in 4 years, between 2018 and 2021, 8,224 people applied for India's citizenship. But over 5,000 of those applications remained pending with the Modi government. And here's the tell-all figure. On scanning this, we found that almost 80% of these applications were of those from Pakistan and Afghanistan. So much for the tall claims Modi government and its boys keep making about protecting Hindus and Sikhs of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Prime Minister, log kapdon se nahi, action se pehchane jate hai, and your inaction is speaking louder than your words. A tip for BJP leaders who keep singing praises for their own law without even knowing basic provisions of those laws. Before speaking, sit down and learn the ABC of CAA. Thanks for watching CNB, Checks and Balance, your ultimate destination for easy to understand but detailed video-based fact checks. To make it easier for you, we have made a specific section on the Wire's YouTube handle. You have to go to the playlist section and then there is a Checks and Balance segment. In that you will find all our previous episodes. Thanks so much for showering so much love on our previous presentations. We hope that this one has also left you impressed. So please do share and help us. I'll be back with another presentation very soon. Thanks so much for watching.
Get a sneak peek of exclusive content before everyone else. For channel members only. Memberships start at ₹89. Hit the join button below.